Hey guys, if your person is an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, this is going to be your reading. So, as I did with Capricorn, just asking you guys to, just keep our sister island, Jamaica, in our thoughts, prayers, and affirmations as they basically face the worst Cat 5 hurricane in history. Okay. All right. What do we have here? We have serendipity in reverse. Okay. All right. So maybe this person's been going through a spate of bad luck at this time. And usually when we're going through a spate of bad luck, karma has come a calling, right? For some reason, right? There's a karmic lesson there. It's not something that we can ignore, and I certainly don't believe in coincidence. All right, so it looks like there's some sort of karmic lesson afoot. Let's get some more information. Now, this is your person's energy generally. And we have mending in reverse. They feel broken. And maybe it's there's sometimes in your life where you have just a watershed moment where everything that can go wrong goes wrong, and you feel like this is it. And people will call it the ego death, whatever they want to call it, maybe a crisis, whatever. Okay. But you just feel like just nothing is going right for you at this time, but really everything is going right for you. You just can't see it at that point in time. And certainly may not appreciate anybody pontificating and saying that it's going right for you. But anyways, that's beside the point. They feel broken, and they have been broken. And maybe the point was to be broken by spirit so that they can truly see themselves and their situation clearly. Okay? We're going to tap into that energy. Let's see that energy towards you. We have the maiden. I don't read reversals in this deck. Okay, so they see you as the word, of course, is innocence. Okay, and it's interesting that this maiden card would be right here on top of this rocks card. Now, the rocks card in this deck, it's like the devil. It's like cynicism, right? Pessimism, and you are the exact opposite. So this is how they're seeing you. They're seeing you on an as you are on the opposite end of the spectrum. So everything is going wrong for them and everything is going well for you. And it may not be the truth, but this is their perception at this time. They see like you're well cared for and nurtured, especially by the universe. You're surrounded by, so as far as they're concerned, remember this is their perspective, by loving family and friends, and you're beautiful and you're just out there and you're attracting all this wonderful opportunity to you, and they're in a mess. Like look them here standing on stilts whilst things flood all around them. They're barely keeping, as far as they're concerned, they're barely keeping their head above water. Okay, and you're enjoying life. And I feel, I think there's a lot of jealousy there, perhaps some sort of resentment. That's not to say they're not happy for you, but they can't help but feel sorry for themselves. Okay? All right, we have the fear of you. Yeah, you just enjoy life. And you have this innocent outlook on life, like everything is going to be okay, right? And they find it very annoying. Very, very annoying because of where they're at this time. They feel like you have everything going for you. Like, the world is your oyster. There's nothing that can stop you, and they're just struggling. Let's get some cards on that and clarify and see what's going on with them. Why do they feel so broken? We have Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So for some people, they may have suffered some major financial loss. And if it's someone who has always pegged their success by how well they're doing financially or what they've achieved in the material world, this might have been a really hard hit for them, okay? We have tradition in reverse, but this is a contract in reverse. So for some of them, the rupture that is happening in their life right now, it might be there might be some sort of fracture within a family system, or they may have had some relationship that might be falling apart at this time. For some of them, they've been let go from a job and they're taking that really, really hard because maybe that was a point of pride for them. King of Cups in reverse. So now they don't even know what the hell to do. They really feel out of sorts and they've just closed their heart off. But I think they've not recognized as yet that just around the bend, there's a breakthrough. There's a new beginning. I don't think they're there yet. Right now, they're still kind of wallowing in their brokenness. Their energy towards you, they just think that you will never understand what they're going through. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Everything just falling apart for them. There's so much conflict around them and you're just there fucking fancy free. I don't know why those two words came out. Fucking fancy free, right? Because maybe that's what they're saying. Whilst they are there wallowing in their heartbreak. You're just chilling. And they're annoyed. They're absolutely annoyed by this. I felt the irritation when I picked up the cards, but now I know they're absolutely annoyed. Let's see what I want to talk to you about. But you know what this energy reminds me of? I have this friend. Oh, she is so sweet and wonderful. And she is like this card. Just innocence and positivity and light. And she's just so sweet. And she picked up with a guy that was basically that same rocks card personified. And she really noticed that he used to get irritated a lot with her, but she couldn't really figure out why. And then one day it's like he just exploded. And he was like, so you think life is a bunch of fucking unicorn farts? And he went on and on and on and on. And all this positivity, it can't be genuine, it can't be authentic. And she was just taken aback, you know? And that's when she realized she was with someone that did not like her at all. He didn't like a girl. And they broke up soon after. Or we have dissipating. Yeah, they feel like their life is just wasting away. And the more they waste away is the more they see you prosper. And that may not be the truth, but that's what they're perceiving. We have balance. So what I want to talk about. Now, this balance could talk about justice. It could talk about making things right. Maybe your person's recognizing that all these things that have fallen apart in their life, it's no coincidence that there's been some kind of karmic debt that was incurred somewhere, and they're trying to figure out where. And whilst they've been thinking about it, maybe their thinking led them to you. So I feel like this is them. Sorry. It's all that they can say. They want to say sorry. They want to say sorry, guys. Words don't come easily. We have magic, and this is a magician. We have Merlin. Yeah, they wish they could go back in time and make everything right. And they want to know, would you forgive them? And can you guys start over? Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you. They've come to say sorry, right? Four of Cups. They've been bored without you. And that Four of Cups can also talk about depression. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So it looks like in your relationship, didn't take you seriously, okay? And they may have played around with your heart. But you know what happens when we fuck around? right? Eventually we find out. So it feels like what they've been through is their finding out season. So everything that they once valued, they once cherished, they once built their self-esteem around, it feels like all that has fallen away. And what is as laid bare is that person in their rawness. And they have had some time to really self-examine. And I feel like, okay, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And I feel like they're making the rounds with trying to make things right with everyone. For some people, and that's the message that's coming through as I was talking, for some of them, they are in some sort of rehab program. Um, could be AA, could be something similar, but the same kind of 12 step. One step, I don't know which one. I can't remember. And I really should know. As a person someone who's interested in mental health, really should know. But there is a step where you do have to make your wrongs right once. I think once it doesn't hurt the other person, right? Okay, so this is what they're coming to do. They're trying to get some sort of attrition here. This is atonement. This is atonement. They want your forgiveness. They want a do-over because they still feel very passionately about you. Your energy has not left them. And they want to do over. It's like, it's only through your absence or you pulling back that they recognize the value that you brought to their life. So this is them, their 12-step program, trying to be a better person and trying to be a better person to you. What does their higher self have to say about it? Higher self, are they telling the truth, or is this just words? We have the divine masculine. No, it's not just words. I think this is them really making change. We have sacred woman, and I feel like this is how they're seeing you now, and this is how they want to treat you. And this is white buffalo calf woman. And then we also have yin and yang. So not only do they recognize you as a divine being, but they're also recognizing you as their divine counterpart. So this what they've said. It is the truth of their heart. It is the truth. What do we have here? 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they feel like they lost you. And it also reinforces the message that I just brought out, that some of them, they were in addiction. Okay? So whether that was substances, whether that was shopping, whether that was sex, whatever it was, they were in addiction. So they were a shell of themselves. They barely could see you because they weren't even seeing themselves. They were just focused on escape. Okay, but now that they're more clear-headed, sober-minded, they're seeing what you brought to their life, what you brought to the table, and they want to say goodbye to the immaturity that led to so much heartbreak in the first place. Okay, so this is them taking charge of their life, okay, and trying to deal with some of their emotional baggage, right? Baggage from the past and the situations that they created that were toxic. Okay? All right. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have 10 of Wands. So we see them working on their, just as I said, working on their baggage, working on their shit. We have here Page of Swords. I think they're going to send you a text message, though. Even if it's just to say, I'm sorry. You're going to hear from this person, Queen of Pentacles, that's you. You're going to hear from this person, okay? I don't think they're going to be in a place where they're ready to work on this relationship, wholeheartedly, but they definitely want you to know that they're sorry. They definitely want to make contact. All right, so that's what you can expect. What does Spirit think you need to do in this situation right now? We have yes. Just say yes. Yes to what? Just say yes to what? We have keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay, so what you're saying yes to, the call of your ancestors, the call to Spirit, and what you're being guided to do or being called to do is a keeper of planet Earth, whether it is through what you can do energetically. And if you're being called to do that, I have myself and Third Eye Yari. We do a sacred site activation meditation every quarter. The next one is on the 1111 portal, where we send good vibes energy to the whole planet. So if you're being called to do that kind of work, you can join us. And maybe it's something in the 3D. Being an advocate for the environment, studying environmental sciences, doing whatever it is in your own little space to honor this earth that nourishes us. So some of you are being called to do that. Some of you are being called to be gardeners, okay, and giving back to the planet by tending to the soil, that kind of thing. So Spirit says, it's mission time. Do what you love, and it feels like there's something that you love that can nourish or help rehabilitate the planet that we live on. Okay, I'm in love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Can I ask you, please, 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 please subscribe to the channel? That'll be so helpful. Take care. Bye.